Oak City Move is a podcast on WKNC's 88.1 FM HD1 Raleigh where we highlight people and organizations creating positive change in the Triangle and beyond. Oak City Move can be heard on air every other Monday on 88.1 FM HD1 Raleigh or online at wknc.org/listen. For episodes and more information, go to our blog at blog.wknc.org or follow us on SoundCloud at WKNC881. Hello, WKNC 88.1 Raleigh. The song you just heard was Sweaty Linen by Surf Ninja 3. I'm Sophia Magnanini, your host, and you're listening to Oak City Move. Today we're joined by a very special guest, Emily Foster, who's here to help tell us about the Full Frame Documentary Film Festival, which is super exciting. And first off, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me, and if you could kind of explain what the Full Frame Documentary Film Festival is about for listeners who aren't familiar and your role in it.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. So I am one of the festival co-directors of the Full Frame Documentary Film Festival. We have there are two directors. I lead alongside my artistic director, Sadie Tillery, which is it's a really rad setup. So the Full Frame Documentary Film Festival happens each spring. It is a morning to midnight 4-day event that features more than 60 documentary films each year, in addition to free panel conversations, parties, and so much more. We take place in downtown Durham, both at the Carolina Theater, and then we quite literally build 2 screens in the Durham Convention Center in the ballrooms there. The festival is an Academy Award qualifying festival, in addition to welcoming dozens and dozens of filmmakers from all around the world to downtown Durham each year. More than 60% of films have a filmmaker or a participant in attendance. Plus, it's just like a really fun time. The community is out, it feels so good, and it's such a cool, unique event, unlike anything else you're going to find in the Triangle.
No, that's awesome, especially how long it's like a lot of films every day, 4 days, and it's so cool. Like you guys are saying you built these 2 other screens, and it's just
Yeah.
so awesome that also like the filmmakers are kind of out there like to ask questions, and it's just a really
Mhm.
great like bringing together. Because I haven't really heard of I have heard of Full Frame, but um what kind of makes it different from other film festivals in Raleigh or in the Durham Raleigh area? And also, what's
Yeah.
kind of the energy this year? Is there a specific theme, or is it kind of just all different types of films?
No, such a good question. So I think Full Frame is not only unique among festivals here in the Triangle, but I think is actually unique in the world, and certainly in the
Mm.
country, but definitely around the world. So Full Frame is not only one of the oldest nonfiction film festivals, founded in 1998, previously called the Double Take Documentary Film Festival before
Ah.
it became Full Frame in 2003. Um, Full Frame, most film festivals you attend, particularly that are of the same scale and size of Full Frame, take place all across a city. You're on shuttles and buses. It's hard to get from screening to screening and to really immerse yourself in the festival experience. Full Frame is very lucky because all of our venues are within about 2 square city blocks. So everybody, all thousands of attendees, all of the filmmakers, everyone is there together. And it's very easy to zip between screenings, go to events, go check out a panel conversation. We build a plaza. We partner with restaurants in Durham and build in the plaza a big pop-up cafe.
Mm.
So it's a great way to just really hang out downtown and you can spend a full day easily watching films. And that's what I really encourage people to do. Like the energy at Full Frame. So, Academy Award winner from this year for Best Documentary, David Borenstein for Mr. Nobody Against Putin,
Mm.
described Full Frame as last year as the coziest film festival he had ever been to. And I like to think it's because of like how easy it is to navigate, in addition to the fact that like you're just surrounded by people who want to immerse themselves in this art form, in a new stories, and it's just easy to like make connections. with your community. And yeah, that's the energy that I love about the festival and that I hope others can feel when they attend.
That's so awesome. You guys are just building a community. And like you were saying, since everything's so close, everyone's kind of in the same vicinity. It's not going to
Mhm.
take a long time for people to like go different places or like miss certain documentaries because of this. So that's
Yeah.
really awesome. And also, yeah, I love it being called the coziest.
Yeah.
Because honestly, that's like a goal. That's a main goal. Like
Mhm.
when you're in a group of people and you're watching new things and talking to people, cozy is a great word to describe that.
I totally agree. And I'll say from like a personal philosophy I have in my own work. So I've worked in film exhibition and with many film festivals over the years. One of my personal philosophies is how do we make independent film and documentary feel accessible and be accessible in all the ways that you can define it. And one of those to me is I want people to feel like they're just coming to a movie. Like
Mm,
they get to try something new. I don't want the festival to feel like this big, intimidating event. And so have it being described as a cozy experience was so wonderful. It made it feel like, oh, we're doing what we meant to do. It's we want to make it an accessible, easy event for people to attend.
exactly. And also then it's like it kind of broadens the spectrum of visitors from like people who are kind of more into film to then maybe people who just haven't really like heard of it before, but then they see it and then they're like,
Exactly.
hey, let's see what's going on, which is
Yeah,
really
exactly.
cool. How long have you been at Full Frame? And also, like, through the years, what are some of the favorite parts of helping build this festival that you just love?
Yeah. So I joined Full Frame in late 2019, just before the pandemic came and hit us all. So we were actually in our virtual years for a couple years before returning in person back in 2024. And I will say that one of the biggest highlights of my career and certainly in my time at Full Frame was really getting to see the community, both locally and nationally, and the filmmaking community come together to really help that return to in person in 2024 be a huge celebration. And year over year over year, that is the best part of my job is getting to work with such incredible partners, work with such incredible artists who are so invested in making sure that these films reach their intended audiences and also to like help people discover these films.
Mm,
Like you said, like some people may love film, but they may not know how to attend full frame, or people may not be big film buffs and they're not sure if they're going to enjoy a documentary film festival. Well, I love that we have so many local partners, so many national partners who are here to help make the experience just easy for people and accessible for people to come. So really, it's our community that is the best part of my job.
I love that. And yeah, it's really awesome because like what you're saying, since everything's so close, even if people are just kind of walking on the street, they could be like, what's going on? And then it'll help just like spread. But that's amazing. For the people for the different films, like the directors from anywhere? Is it like just the US? Is it like the world? Is it North Carolina?
No, such a good question. So we have filmmakers from all around the globe join us each year, and Full Frame is very committed to having to supporting artists at the festival. So we often pay travel and accommodations in addition to a stipend. We welcome well over 100 makers each year. So it's a very cool experience to watch a film and then immediately have the artist there
Hmm.
to talk about how they found this story, their philosophy around filmmaking. It's those deeper conversations. But because Full Frame is such like a compact landscape. What's also cool is you could be standing in line to go to a movie, and like the filmmaker you just saw like the hour before is also in line waiting for that same film. So you're really immersed in the art with the artist. I also love to spotlight that Full Frame has an awards program. So we give out 10 juried awards each year and two audience awards, which puts $50,000 back into the hands of artists. And
Oh,
I'm
wow.
very proud of that support that we're able to give to documentary filmmakers.
No, that's awesome because not only are you helping spread their creations, but then also helping to support them. And it's also really cool how, like you were saying, they could be in line behind you. So it's like for people
Mhm.
who are really interested in film and creating things, like going to this festival would be a great, great opportunity because you can meet so many different people and it's just so,
Mhm.
so cool. Why do you think events like Full Frame are important, especially right now?
No, I think any event or space that encourages people to gather together is essential, especially right now. I think so many people are seeking that connection with their community. And when I think about Full Frame's place in the city of Durham and in the Triangle region and kind of what we build, it really is about gathering people together to tell these stories. I shared this earlier, but a filmmaker last year explained it as, when we all come together to watch these films, it's people gathered together telling stories, something that we have done since the beginning of time. And that has resonated with me over this last year about the importance of why Full Frame has such an impact on our community and in this area. So I'm such an advocate for not just the work we do, but the work that any community space does or event does that brings people together, especially together around art. I think that is so important. Art is essential to our lives and living a good life. And that to me is why I think festivals and art events are just so important in communities.
So incredibly true. Like you're saying, especially feel well in this past like decade as social media and all that stuff comes up and we kind of become less connected to our community and so it's so so important to have these type of things where everyone can come together, tell stories like you were saying because storytelling and community has been around for as long as we can think of and so it's really awesome that you guys are hoping to keep that going. Going off of that, I know you guys were talking about kind of the supporting the local and stuff. How does the festival help connect to the local arts and culture scene?
Yeah. So Full Frame is so incredibly proud to call Durham our hometown. It has been our home for almost 3 decades since its inception. So it's been our home for 3 decades. And what I love is during the event itself, it can become a gathering space for artists and filmmakers and those in creative fields. Full Frame is very committed to working with artists in the lead up to the event. For example, we are working with this incredible Durham-based artist named Ann Mauser, who did all of our festival campaign
Mm.
materials. Additionally, we often find celebrate and are excited when we have North Carolinians who are in our festival lineup. So, for example, this year we are screening a film called Kikuyu Land that will be on, I believe it is Saturday morning. Oh, hold on. Nope, it is Friday. On Friday of the festival, we are screening Kikuyu Land. Um, and that is directed by a local filmmaker, Andrew Brown. It's always exciting when we find that talent here in our festival. Um, Additionally, we want to make one of the big goals, as I've mentioned, is like we want the festival and we want the documentary art form to be accessible to a wider audience. So we host a variety of year-round screenings through a series called Full Frame Presents and a series called the Full Frame Roadshow. We have been at the Carolina Theater, the Cary Theater. We've been at the Durham Public Library, and we're always seeking new, interesting spaces to host these screenings. And importantly, those screenings are free and open to the public. And that is so important to us so that as many people can not just discover Full Frame, but can have easy access to these incredible films and incredible stories. And that also goes through our festival, into the festival. We always have free opportunities for people to attend. You do not have to go You do not have to pay for a ticket, but we have 4 free screenings this year, all of which I'm very excited for. They include a film called Luther, Never Too Much, which is about R&B artist Luther Vandross. I was dancing the first time I saw it. We also have The Lady Bird Diaries, which is about one of our former first ladies. We will, oh my gosh, it's all set and then I lost my list. I
Good.
apologize. But we love creating opportunities for people to engage with Full Frame without having to spend money. Additionally, our panel conversations, which are called speakeasy conversations, take place at the Durham Hotel. And those films or those panel conversations are also free and open to the public to attend, no ticket required.
That's so awesome. And yeah, it just shows how much you guys are like community, the local scene. Like, you guys just want everyone to be able to see these amazing things and become inspired and come out and support, which is really, really cool. Also, yeah, that you guys do the different screenings and the road show. That's really, really awesome. Kind of going around different places because, yeah, like you said, it's sometimes hard for people to get over there or find the time or the money, but
Mhm.
it's really, really cool that you guys have those free screenings and then those other free screenings throughout the years, as well as the panels. That is like really, really interesting. And I feel like that's also a really important thing for like anyone who is interested in film or just anything of the sorts to kind of listen to filmmakers talk about it, which I I love that. That's so awesome.
Yeah, the panels are cool too because again, we call them a
Hmm.
speakeasy conversation. And they take place in the beautiful Durham Hotel, just there in the lobby in the coffee bar area. And they really are just these candid, open conversations about a variety of topics. And they often provide opportunity for people in attendance to also ask questions.
Mm.
So it's a very cool, intimate space.
No, that's amazing. Yeah, just kind of bouncing off one another and just yeah, I love how you guys call it the speakeasy because that's also like it
Mhm.
kind of takes the pressure off. It seems like much more like chill and everyone can kind of be heard. Um, mm,
Absolutely. Again, speak
yes,
easy.
yes. Uh, Throughout your years working with the Full Frame Film Festival, what have been some of your best moments? What are your favorite moments? Any favorite films? Any favorite filmmakers? Or just anything that's kind of stuck out to you throughout the years? I know this might kind of be hard.
Oh yeah, it's always hard. Oh, let me think for a moment. Something that comes to mind immediately is a screening we had last year. So we screened a film called when Full Frame was founded in 1998. The first winner of the Grand Jury Award was a film called
Mm.
Travis. And we had the opportunity to rescreen that film last year at the festival because we honored the editor of the film, Jean Chen. But so Travis follows a young boy who is born with AIDS, and it's a very moving film. But it's been 20 years, and like when I talk about like those moments that we try to create at the festival of connecting people with participants or artists, people got to the end of this film, and then when we introduced Travis, who is still alive and still with us today to participate in the Q&A, there was a roar from the
Oh,
audience of applause. It was so cool to see that a film that was more than 20 years old had such an impact on our attendees. And it was just a reminder of like how powerful documentary is, but specifically how powerful these stories are and how lasting they are over many, many years and decades even.
that's awesome. That's so so cool. And especially because like you were saying, for the filmmakers and the people that are helping to create this is such an important thing. And for so many people to be able to witness that and take it in, especially 20 years later, is so cool and like very important
Yeah.
on showing how much film kind of connects to us as people. And it is really such a
Mhm.
great medium, especially documentaries, to kind of portray these different things, especially I feel like right now the US and the world altogether, there's kind of been this like there's like the two sides, or there's always like sides and stuff, but helping like seeing these different films helps you to see
Mhm.
all these different things, different people, different feelings, and that's really really cool. If you had to sell Full Frame in one sentence to our listeners, what would you say?
Oh, good question. You know, Full Frame is a 4-day celebration of urgent and essential storytelling. It spotlights some of the best new documentaries with the chance to hear directly from the artist and the participants. And there's truly nothing else like it in this area. It's such a unique, wonderful experience that builds a unique and wonderful community.
That's awesome. And before I go on to my last thing where we kind of can tell people how to get involved, are there any specific documentaries that you're excited about this year?
Oh my God. Yes, there's so many. So I am very excited for the opening night film called The Oldest Person in the World. It's directed by Sam Green, who is an Academy Award
Mm.
nominated filmmaker. He will be joining us. He lives in Italy and he's flying all the way from Italy to come join us. And this festival or this film is surprising. It's called The Oldest Person in the World, and you certainly get to meet multiple people who have held that title throughout the duration of the story, but it ends up becoming so much bigger and more meaningful of a story that's about life and what brings meaning to life. So I have to spotlight that film. I'm also very excited for, as I mentioned, Kikuyu Land, directed by Andrew Brown, because that is a local filmmaker. But the film is not local. The film actually takes place looking at a village in Kenya.
Mm.
And then I'm also really excited for When a Witness Recants, which is going to play on Saturday evening. It is one of Dom Porter's new films. The film follows three men who were wrongfully incarcerated for nearly 30 years. And we will have special guest in attendance.
Ooh.
And I'm very excited I think that's just going to be such a powerful, moving film. And then I know it was selling quickly, so tickets might be out. But one thing that I love that I have to pitch to any young people who are listening is we are screening for free the entirety of season 2 of The Rehearsal.
Oh my goodness,
Um,
yes.
I know, and it's a free screening. So anyone who missed that or is interested in Nathan Fielder's form of humor, I think it's so cool that we were able to kind of find a way to position that special screening at the festival. I think it's so fun that we this year in the festival we have films that span from 1917 to 2025 through our thematic program that was curated by Robert Greene. Oh my gosh, who I should totally tell you about.
Yes.
So Robert Greene, he is this incredible filmmaker, and we asked him to curate a special side program for the festival, our thematic program. But Robert is an NC State alum. He's
Ooh,
from
shout
Charlotte.
out.
And we're so thrilled to like have him join us at the festival. And he's the one who brought the rehearsal to the festival this year, along with a host of other really interesting films that look at constructed scenes in documentary film and how narrative techniques are used in documentary cinema.
That's awesome. It's really just so cool, like you were saying, the span of different documentaries, like the times they were created, and just also the genres and the so many different stories to be told and to hear. And it's just so awesome. So any listeners should definitely go and try and check this out.
Mhm.
And so my next and last question before we kind of um leave off is, where can listeners learn more or get involved with the Full Frame Festival?
Yeah, well, I hope everyone will, if you've never come, I hope you'll take a chance and come out. And if you have been, come buy an extra ticket, see multiple films this year. We look forward to seeing you again. More information and tickets can be found at fullframefest.org.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And if there's anything else you'd like to say before we kind of end this up?
Nope, I think we covered so much, and I'm just really excited for next week and looking forward to welcoming audiences.
No, me, I am most definitely going to bring a lot of my friends, and we're gonna go check this out.
Awesome.
The Nathan Fielder rehearsal too. That's so funny, and also just a nice little like side, a little extra thing. But that's really funny,
Yeah,
and just
I think so.
because it kind of like shows all the different, because there's so many different types of, although these are all documentaries, there's so many different types of ways to kind of create and like frame a documentary. So it's going to be really cool to see the different like themes and creations throughout the festival.
Yeah, well, that's just it. You touched on a really important point, which is I think so many people grow up in their experience with documentary film is maybe more traditional, like what they saw in
Mm-hmm.
school or what they saw in maybe like the History Channel. But the documentary form is so much more expansive and so much more flexible and nuanced than what I think many people's first introductions to it are. And what I love about Full Frame and about our programming is that it really does span such a wide variety of the
Mm-hmm.
genre. And so when I say like come in and take a chance on a film, I really encourage people to do so because there's such beautiful and incredible filmmaking happening throughout all of these stories, and I think any of these films that you're going to see will expand anyone's definition of the word documentary.
That's incredible. So, listeners, you guys better show up because this is going to be so cool and such an amazing thing to experience. As we wrap up our chat, I just wanted to thank Emily again for coming in and telling us all about the awesome Full Frame Documentary Film Festival. You guys should definitely all check that out because it sounds so cool, so fun, and I think you guys would love it. You guys would love it. If you're listening to this, you would love it. But thank you guys all for listening to Oak City Move. Once again, I'm your host, Sophia Magnanini, and if you are interested in listening to this episode again or to past episodes of the show, you can go to wknc.org/podcasts and make sure to tune into our show every other Monday on WKNC 88.1 FM Raleigh. Have a great day, y'all.